Howdy, Craig Summers here. Today we're going to talk about holster selection for your concealed carry firearm. I want to give you guys some ground rules and some requirements that I have so that you can take this information and then go select the holster that's best for you. There are some great holsters out there. There are some crappy holsters out there. So I want you guys to take this information and I want you to go make the best decision that you can. First and foremost, above anything else, we have to understand what the purpose of the holster is, and that purpose is to protect and cover the trigger guard. When that handgun is in that holster, you do not want to be able to get a finger or any foreign object inside that trigger guard and manipulating that safety. Ultimately, we teach, that this is our safety, but that holster is supposed to protect that trigger guard. You want nothing else in there. So that, first and foremost, is rule number one. So if there's a holster out there that lets you somewhat maybe touch the holster or get kind of close to it, throw that option out. Next, we have what the state of Texas actually calls a well-retained handgun, and I actually agree with these. These are three things. One, it provides good retention during normal activities, and it will not fall from normal activities. I would take that a step up a little bit and say kind of some moderate activities, running, jumping, moving around. That handgun is holstered and has enough retention to where it will not fall during normal or moderate activity. Number two, it gives the concealed carrier or the wearer of that holster good access to that handgun, so it conceals well. And then number three, it does not allow anybody else other than the person carrying the handgun from accessing it. So if you're concealed carrying, that's a little bit different than if you're open carrying. A lot of cops, when they have their open carry holster, they'll have level 1, 2, and 3 retention on it, which is specifically for that purpose. But concealed carriers, since we keep it on us, we keep garments over it, and it's hidden. It applies a little bit differently to us, but nonetheless, we don't want anybody else getting a hold of our handgun. I'll also add in this, where you carry on your body also affects the access both for yourself and somebody else, so please keep that in mind. A couple of other personal requirements that I have, and I'll show you a couple of holsters. These are some NSR tactical holsters. I have several of these. I want my holster to have these belt loops. These go around the belt and they actually snap into place. The reason why I want these is because when I draw that pistol, when I draw that handgun, I want that holster staying in place. I don't want it coming up out of its position, coming with the handgun. I've seen that too many times, and we don't want that. Also, that belt loop also keeps that holster retained if somebody else tries to do it. Craig Douglas, who teaches South Narc, I think is his name, and ShivWorks, that's one of his main requirements because they do a lot of grappling and close quarters gunfighting. And the last thing you want is somebody to take that holster out of its position on your body and then use that handgun against you. So a good belt loop, closed circuit belt loop. Last but not least, one of my requirements is that the holster has to retain its shape and allow you to reholster with one hand. So when you draw that handgun, it maintains its shape and it allows you to reholster with that with one hand. I do not like those holsters that as soon as you draw, they collapse in and on themselves, and if you have to reholster, you have to use two hands. I want a strong and a hard holster that maintains its shape, whether it's you have to reholster for single-handed malfunction or whatever. I just want it to hold its shape. So those are some good requirements. Me personally, I carry about 90% of the time. I'll show you guys. This is a tuck-tight holster. I carry this with my Glock 19. I've had this thing for probably about a year and a half, and I love it. It's a great holster. Like I see, it's made of good Kydex. It's got the belt loops on there. I'll probably do a review on that holster a little bit later, but nonetheless, I wanted to give you guys a couple ground rules as to what you can do when you're making your decisions on your holster selection. So I hope you guys found this information helpful and can use it to make a good decision. But nonetheless, guys, I think first and foremost, if there's any holster out there that allows you to get access to that trigger guard, don't even look at it. I like a good, here's another holster, I like a good Kydex holster. It's a good thermoset plastic, very durable, holds its shape, good retention, a good Kydex holster. But nonetheless, guys, if a holster allows you to get access to that trigger guard, that's a no-go. Go somewhere else, find something else. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like the video, please click like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.